But
Well, what is up, guys? Welcome back to RGTV. We got a disappointing stream, I'll say, but we'll give it a few minutes for everyone to get into the stream. Cheyenne will be joining in shortly.
hopefully.
But yeah, as of right now, it's me and Brody. Cheyenne will be joining in any minute, but we thought we'd hop on. A lot to react. A lot has happened in the Sounders world over the past 24 hours. Brody, do we want to start in the clear negative? Maybe something a little more positive, or just chat for a little bit while we wait for this to get started?
Let's just wait for everyone to get in. I started a bit late, so the numbers gotta have them start rolling in first.
You know what? I'll start with the story. So I went into work today, right? My boss, I didn't tell you this yet. Both my bosses, diehard Sounders fans. Like when they found out that I skipped work to go to the Club World Cup, like they were hyped, like diehard Sounders fans, right? And so I know that they're the type, they work like the early shift. And so they, for the late Sounders games, sometimes will record it and watch it the next morning or the next afternoon or whatever. So I get into work this morning and I go to my boss and I'm like, hey, did you watch the game last night? And she goes, I was so bummed out. I fell asleep in like probably the right about halftime. So when I fell asleep, you're up 2-0. And like I'm excited to go home and watch the second half after work today. And I just had to sit through my whole work shift today, knowing the pain my boss was gonna have to go through when she got home from work. I sit there, I walk up to my coworker, like, do I tell her? Like, do I say anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think it's better to just spoil? Because I know obviously recording it so you don't get it spoiled, but do you think in that situation you're a shitty friend if you don't?
Well,
be like, hey, don't waste your time.
I'm not gonna yap on too much because no one in the chat cares about my work. But it was a pretty rough day in the office overall. Like we had a bunch of stuff go wrong, and we're driving home, and I was talking to my friend, and I was just like, dang. Work could not have gone worse today. Like legitimately, it was one thing wrong after another, and she has to go home to watch last night's game.
Oh, bro. And you know what's the worst part? It wasn't even like an entertaining collapse. Just back-to-back penalty kicks. Like, oh, yeah, okay, it's sick. Now we're gonna fucking lose the game. Awesome.
Yeah, it was like I'm gonna have to apologize tomorrow because I went home and I was like deciding. I actually felt bad for not saying anything.
I think next time you need to be like when you see her tomorrow, be like, hey, in the future, if some shit like this happens again, do you want me
to save you the pain?
Yeah, true. But then again, that kind of fucks it up though, because if you like do that, and then let's say the next game happens and you don't say anything, then maybe you're spoiling it.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say not telling her had better discipline than anyone on the Sounders so far this year. But guys, we'll just wait a little bit. A couple more guys to get in the stream. Leave your comments in the chat below. Your thoughts on the game. We'll look to get around to them. And guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It always helps out a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And always remember, join that membership page. When we do the lives, your comments will get promoted. You'll get a couple perks, couple videos that you'll decide the topics on. But I keep wanting to wait a little bit longer because I feel like the more people to watch this crash out, the better after last night's. But Taco Kid, W discipline from our team this season, 50 red cards and 37 pens given. We're actually on pace probably to break both those numbers. Like, it's actually concerning.
I feel like this has to be a record of the most red cards most penalty kicks given up in 2 games.
Yeah.
Surely. Has that been
there's got to be some there's got to be some stupid Americanized metric where you get points for getting red cards and penalties and everything, negative in the sport of soccer. And we have to be setting some record for it.
Surely, bro. Surely.
Oklahoma Kid already in the chat. Elite level team. Don't blow 3 goals to mid-level teams. Craig doesn't sign elites. Adrian doesn't have a big purse. Longacres and Rain killing us. Yes. Period. Yes, period.
Everything was right.
Yeah.
Everything was right.
I guess Cheyenne will hop in once he's able to get here, but I say we quit beating around the bush and let's acknowledge why we are all here. Sounders last night, obviously up 3-0 just after halftime, and pulled off one of the most catastrophic meltdowns in Sounders history. Brody, I'll let you start. Take this where you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, just another day in Seattle. Just absolutely hyped. Looking forward to this game the entire day. Game starts. We look pretty threatening, honestly, to open. At least I thought for the first 15, 20 or so minutes. We get our goal. Pretty lucky deflection, obviously. Albert Vargas outside the box, deflects in. Get lucky on the second goal again. Zach Steffen, don't know what he was doing, but just takes the ball all the way near the damn touchline on the outside, swings it all the way up the field, heads it back down to Rusnak, open net, and then, things look good. And then it's 2-0 at halftime. And then for me, I think this is kind of where, at least in my opinion, mistake number one was made. I think Yamar being subbed off at halftime, I think was mistake number one. We could talk about that, whether you agree, disagree. Obviously, he's coming back from injury, so I understand, the minutes restriction there. But in my personal opinion, a bit too early to take him off, if at all. But then second half starts, we get that third goal, great finish from Albert Rusnak, who honestly a fantastic game, in my opinion, at least. I mean, obviously, take away he did have a missed sitter right before that goal was gifted to him, but comes up big with a very, very nice goal outside the box. And then it's 3-0, man. It's like, it's sunshine and rainbows. Life could be dream. And again, kind of like last week, we just sit back in our lawn chairs, cigars in the mouth, just cruising. And then all of a sudden, bang, bang, back to back, penalty kicks given up. That is 4 penalty kicks given up in the last 2 games. Can we just, for a second, forget about everything? How nuts is that? 4
It's impressive.
Literal penalty kicks. All 4 deserved. None of them were a bullshit call, in my opinion, at least. All 4 deserved. Isn't that nuts?
It's impressive.
That has to be a record.
It's impressive.
It has to be some sort of record.
Yeah, no, 100%. It legitimately takes skill, and it's weird more than anything else, because Schmetzer talked about it after the game last night.
Uncharacteristic for a Sounders
it's weird
team
because
this disciplined to be so undisciplined.
It's crazy because it's like Schmetzer talked about it. It's not like it's the same player making the same mistake 4 times or 4 the exact same pens. There were 4 very different, distinct situations for 4 pens, and it's not even in 2 full games. It's in 1 1/4 games, 1.5 games. What a meltdown. And he's made it. He's finally here.
The boss man is here.
Technical issues there. StreamYard was not cooperating with me. But yeah, you guys keep going on your tangent. I'll hop in. You guys keep going.
Well, we're just kind of talking about how we got to where we are now, Sean. We're talking just about the game. And I guess you can pop in here. We just started talking about the fact that it's impressive, the fact that we gave up 4 penalties in a game and a half, but also the fact that it's not like it was one dude doing the same mistake, or it's not like it was the same play.
It's multiple people.
It's multiple people. It's multiple ways. The way we got to giving up the PKs, all 4 are relatively different. There definitely is some overlap. Last night, there was definitely some overlap into what caused the 2 PKs, which is just so weird. So I don't know if either you guys have a thought on what that shows, what your opinions are, and just that fact alone.
Brody, you had a lot to say when you told me about it yesterday, so I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, I mean, to me, anything that happens as far as just discipline-wise, for me, I think number one is coaching. Especially literally a week ago, the same exact storyline, the same exact problem a week ago. And then it happens again the next week. To me, this is coaching. And I know, I guess you could say Brian could tell him as much as he wants, but if they're going to keep doing it, they keep doing it. But to me, you can't let this happen back-to-back times. And it's not just the penalty kicks, like I said. Now, this comment here kind of leads me on to my next point. I thought CR7 had quite possibly his only bad game of the season. And I think that's a lot of it due to he just looks tired, man. Dude looks fatigued. He's been a workhorse all season, damn near played every single minute.
But isn't that an issue I've talked a lot about is the lack of rotation, Brian with his favorites. And granted, some of these guys, yeah, I know Christian's your main guy and this and that, but there has to be more rotation, especially because you just played in the Club World Cup and like
his explanation for it last night kind of put me off. Did you guys watch so after the game in the press conference, he was asked about the rotation, the fact that basically the whole team stayed the same. Yeah. And he was talking about how he would rather keep the main squad because there's an extra day between Saturday to Wednesday than there is Wednesday to Saturday. Which I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I just feel like it's kind of common sense. The Wednesday night game, you rotate in at least a little bit, right? And it's a lot of, even his sub patterns is subbing off guys at times where it's like Obed, Roldan. These dudes have miles on their legs, and we're just running them into the ground.
Well, he said there was an extra. Wait, so wasn't the KC game Sunday?
No, it was Saturday.
It was the. I think it was the only game on Sunday. Was it not? Or am I thinking of another game? Oh, okay, it was Saturday night.
So I mean, his statement has logic. I just disagree with it because I just feel like back-to-back games like that, 3 games in a week, I feel like it makes more sense to rotate a little bit in the in-between game, sort of see where guys are at.
First and foremost, Kyle, yes, I 100% remember you, and Brody loves you too because he's also a Manchester City fan. Shout out to Kyle, who we met along the Club World Cup streams. I don't know. I'll give my quick spiel on this because I don't think it's just this game we need to talk about. It's the SKC game. Obviously, J. Ross and I weren't there for it. Brody did a live for that, and big shout out to Brody for dadding up. But I think that both the games were honestly very similar. Obviously, one game you get 3 points, one game you get 1 point, but I just think it comes down to quality. SKC are just buns. They're just bad. The fact that that almost was a draw was a little bit alarming, but it's like the Sounders played 2 really great first halves. You could see the possible potential with this team, make those right additions. I mean, I've said it many times. You can call it negative. You can call it this. You can call it that. It's just, we are a couple pieces away from being MLS Cup contenders. It's just a matter of taking those risks. And you see these in the first half of these games, but in the second halves, you're just seeing, part of me thinks the undisciplinedness comes down to complacency.
I 100% agree.
It has to be.
Agree. Well, what I don't understand is the big thing. I definitely raved about this too. In the preseason, everyone talked about the Sounders as a team. They might not be an MLS Cup contender, but they're a upper half MLS team because of our experience and our depth. And what are the 2 things that help in the second half when you're winning a game? Experience and depth. And that's back-to-back games where in the second half, we've completely fallen apart. And we should have lost, or we should have tied at least against SKC. And we tied, might as well put it down as a loss against the Rapids because of our second half performances after going up 3-0.
To let it happen back-to-back, I just want to say, to let it happen back-to-back games is nuts.
No, they were identical performances. Identical.
It's absolutely insane. And again, like I think, in my opinion, the biggest blame has to go on Brian Schmetzer. Especially for this game. SKC was like, I do pin some blame on that for Brian, but this game, like I said, it started with Yamar. Like, in my opinion, I don't know how you guys felt about this. I think a center back coming back from injury is much different, in my opinion, than a midfielder, a winger, an outside back, or striker coming back from injury. It's just so much less physically taxing being a center back compared to all the other positions when it comes to just running and using your legs. So for particularly those muscle injuries. And it's like, if a center back trains really, really hard, he's in game shape. If he's good to go for 45, in my opinion, he's good to go for 65, if not more. And I think this is a game where, especially last week, you saw, okay, even fucking 3-0, like, we're not safe. So I figured you would learn. I figured you would learn from that and be like, okay, let's kind of keep Yamar, and maybe if things are looking good, it's the 65th, 70th minute, then we can, pull him out.
That's when the table started turning, was the 60th minute.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. I agree with you, Brody, but I also would flip it. I'd say, in terms of center back, how pivotal it is. It's one of the positions on the field where your partnership is almost as important as your individual ability. In terms of, like, you're a striker, you're by yourself. Even in the midfield, you're in a diamond, you're in a double pivot, but your individual play is so much more important. In the center back pairing, it's so important to work as a duo. And I feel like if you're a center back and you can't play 60, you should not be starting the game, because guaranteeing that you're switching something up at halftime is clearly a recipe for disaster, and it was for us.
But that's the Brian Schmetzer classic, though.
It's just, but bro, I just want to, like, if Brian felt Yamar was good enough to go for 45. He should have been good enough to go.
Think about it.
In my opinion, 90, but at least 60.
He did the same thing with Kim at the Club World Cup. We mustn't forget that.
That's but particularly with Yamar,
no,
by far and away our best.
No, but I agree with J. No, I agree with J. Ross completely. Like, just don't start him then. I'm not saying I agree with you, Brody, but I'm just saying if he's not like 60 minutes fit, there's no reason to play him.
But the thing is, I think he was. What about his performance made you look like he's not ready to go for 60 minutes?
The problem is,
first half, he looked like Yamar of old.
We don't know that.
We have no way to prove that if he would have played at 65th, he wouldn't have pulled something. Right?
I don't disagree with you, Brody, but I like J. Ross's law, and it's true in my opinion. Like, looking at it, we don't know what's going on, but assumingly Brian brought him off, because he's probably not 60 minutes fit.
Post game, he said that Yamar met all his metrics in the first half because he was having to run more than usual. So, I mean, I think we're late enough where it's pretty easy to track these numbers. It's the same reason why they're easing Morris back in, right? And I don't think a player like Yamar is worth risking for this game, him tearing something and being out the rest of the year, right? So I have the opinion of John Bell I don't like John Bell right now. I see a comment about it. We can talk about that later. But John Bell, I don't like as a left back. I would rather him just have played center back, not risk Yamar, at least play it through. But we can go on to talking about this.
I mean, I think John Bell's been trashed this year. Gonna keep it.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. But I don't think it's worth, if Yamar can't play at least 60.
No, I agree. It's worth starting. I 100% agree. I'm option D, J. Ross, all of the above. I agree with you completely.
Yeah,
but it's just like I don't know, man. Like, our center back pool is like, it's good on paper, but it's like if you watch every game, it's not. Like, it's kind of weird.
I think it is good. The problem is that Reagan's fine. Yamar's not Yamar right now.
Is Reagan fine though?
I think Reagan and Yamar is a really good MLS tandem for a center back pairing.
I think Kim.
I think anyone to stay fit. We can't stay fit.
Yamar next to Kim or Reagan.
I was going to say Yamar with Kim was our best stretch defensively.
I think that as a top three, like that, those three guys as your A, B, and C is really good for the MLS.
That says about
it's just that they can't stay fit. They can't stay fit. And that's not really a knock on either of them, but it's kind of just the crappy situation that we're stuck in right now where two of the three of them are hurt. And what do you do from there?
Okay, let's talk about Ferreira. I think this is a good segue because he's kind of been the topic of discussion since, like, that's what Brody's been tweeting out on the page. A whole bunch is talking about Ferreira. It's people have not been relatively happy with him playing out wide. I'm kind of in that boat to a degree too, because it's like Ferreira is not, like, if he wasn't a striker, he's definitely not a freaking winger. And it's like and then you see Kent, you see Pedro, you see George, like actual out and out wingers. Like, Ferreira scored against SKC, but he had a lot of bad misses against SKC. Again, he had a couple of bad misses against Colorado, but didn't score here. And it just kind of begs the question of what the fuck's going on with this whole thing.
I'm in the minority. I thought Jesus played a good game.
I don't think he played a great game. I don't think he played a bad game at all. Like, he obviously missed that breakaway chance. I think that Ferreira, his expectations for what we had for him, obviously, like taking the number 9 shirt. Yeah, he did.
So
I think he provides so much to the team in transition, like in the buildup. He's just not a goal scorer. I don't know what it is. Brody talked about this in the live stream. He can make the most insane pass. His first touch is class. His actual, like, vision in the play, everything, even his defending is good.
Yeah.
But he can't score the simplest chance.
It's fucking crazy. It's the most frustrating thing, and I tweeted this out on Twitter. Like, a player that has everything but, like, the arguably the easiest thing to do is score inside the box.
My question out to you guys is, when we signed him, what did we sign him for?
I mean,
I thought it was a 9, but apparently not.
Okay, but what does that mean if it's supposed to be a 9? What do 9s have to do?
That's what I'm saying, though. But I would
have
say
to score.
Maybe we all thought it was
I don't know if he was. I don't know if he was actually. I don't think he was brought in to be the 9.
I think he is. I think he was. I think he was.
No, because I think
not as a 9, but to help with the goal tally. He was there. He was supposed to be like the next other striker with Jordan to help the goal tally, and he's been far from that. I agree with you guys that he has done all these other things. The problem is we already have a couple of those type of players. That was my problem with this.
Yeah, but I will say I think at the moment he's the best of the bunch in those positions, in my opinion.
I disagree.
Like he
at right mid,
like I know everyone's gonna stare at the one miss, but if you just look at everything else, like the way he connects play is very, very class. His defensive work rate is very, very class.
I agree with.
We would have lost the game here. We would have actually lost the game, honestly, if not for that defensive effort that he made, which would have been absolutely insane. And then just like whether it's the assist or the pass to the pass, like Ferreira is always involved in that some sort of capacity. The only reason why everyone calls him bad is because of the shit inside the box, and that's why I'm so frustrated because it's a valid criticism. Like, bro, brother, put these chances away. They're inside of the box, and that's why it's for me so incredibly frustrating.
Okay, I'll say this, Shion. Wait, Shion, I'll say this.
Yeah. Go.
In terms of our wingers, right? Whoever's up top, from our bunch, who has actually consistently outperformed Jesus Ferreira in the last couple of weeks?
But the thing is, none of our wingers have gone the amount of consistent minutes Ferreira has gone. That's one. I'll say this. Two, I'll say this. Yeah, except, well, let's not talk about that with J. Ross because he might like whip out his wiener or something if we're talking about Rothrock. But as I was saying, if other wingers like Kent, or I would even, again, I'm a hardcore Georgie Glazer. If Georgie got the minutes that Ferreira got, I think he would have had a better output. And same with Kent, in my opinion. You can disagree with that.
I don't know.
I think he'd have more highlight plays. I don't know about the end product though, because Georgie's ball striking is arguably worse. He's like probably arguably the one dude who strikes the ball worse than Jesus. Like you just see it with Jesus because Jesus gets in more dangerous positions.
I agree, but again, I'd rather at least give Georgie more in his actual fucking position. That's not Ferreira's actual position.
I will say when we bought Ferreira. Okay, wait, Brody. When we bought Ferreira, where is he playing a good chunk of his minutes for Dallas, though? When we bought him, where did he play?
I mean, he
played off the right.
Right, but he kind of, I mean, like in that 2022 season, he was the 9. He's just been all over. And I think
what year is it?
2025.
You said 2022. Yeah. See, there's that gap where it's like...
2022 when he was the striker. Yeah, but that's my whole.
But that's his best season.
But this is why. But
I'm saying when we bought him, right?
This is why I don't agree with this because I think he was brought in to be like the everywhere on the attack kind of guy.
So like a João Pedro,
like a 9.5.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like that was the right move. Obviously, I would have wanted an actual out and out 9, but I think that's why he was brought in to just be the dude that you can slot in.
It's almost anywhere. Like I know this is going to be a weird compare, like a yes man. He can do it like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do it. Like, and it's fine, but it just frustrates me because I think we don't need that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think we need it.
I will say I would just rather at this point I would rather have Ferreira on what he's on and get rid of Pedro and take that DP slot and find some way to upgrade the team.
Well, but they're talking. Vamos Sounders talking about it. Why are we not starting our $7 million DP winger?
That's another thing. I feel like him and Kent's leash were just so thin.
Which I don't think is fair.
Like Ryan Kent had two very, very explosive games, had a couple off performances, and then all of a sudden he's shoved to 15, 20 minutes a game. Whereas like Rothrock,
he's on the Georgie treatment now.
Bro, Rothrock all the way until after honestly, all the way until after I crashed out on him, Rothrock was playing so much consistent minutes and doing fuck all with it. And he still got those reps where it's like, I swear, Kent and Pedro, actually, to be fair, Pedro, like, kind of his play, I think, is warranted of being benched.
I think De La Vega has played himself out of being a starter.
Yeah.
And I think has just kind of turned into a bench player.
Which is fucking stupid. Which is so stupid, in my opinion.
Okay. So here's my thing.
Okay.
You have your squad, whatever.
Okay.
Was last night not the perfect game to just start Kent? Like,
I thought Kent was the banker. I thought he was, to quote Gary Neville, I thought that was the banker, bro. I thought Kent was starting and then a Ferreira or Rothrock start on the other side. That's what I thought.
If he's going to keep his statement about, if Spencer's going to keep his statement about keeping this team because there's a bigger gap between Wednesday or Saturday to Wednesday, days of the week, whatever, I don't really care, then that has to mean that Kent and or De La Vega start
just like-
Saturday, right?
We all know Schmetzer's a waffler. Schmetzer's a pro waffler. And same with Weibel. That's why they connect so well together.
As the man who notoriously crashed out on Rothrock, I can admit he has been in form ever since the crash out, which is, first of all, why I will continue to hate on bro.
Keep doing
So
it.
he keeps putting out
Bring
those
the
performances.
Bring the
But
hate.
yesterday, he was objectively trash.
Yes.
And he still played all the way until damn near the 80th minute. To me, but like when Ryan Kent was starting, if he didn't look great,
He was off at the
halftime,
60th, 50th, yeah.
And then just shoved to the bench to never be seen again. To me,
Yeah,
that's
I don't like the
absurd.
consistency, and I don't want this to be hating on Rothrock, because I agree with Brody. Ever since the crash out, he has been a good player for us. But the problem is like there's no, and I think that's a big theme I've talked about throughout the channels. There's no consistency with Brian Schmetzer and his favorites. It's favorites.
Consistency. Seattle guy.
Oh yeah,
Seattle guy.
yeah, Seattle guy, so he has to play. Yeah, I think
That's not a real
and I think Georgie as well. Like, poor guy has really not even started any games. I know he doesn't have any product, but you brought up a good point, Brody. Reps. He doesn't get any reps.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that I will say, which I think that's what Brian was trying to get out of De La Vega and Kent coming into the game. But it's like, keep a sub in your back pocket. We blow a three goal lead. The entire stadium is pissed off. Like, in the stadium, everyone's booing. Everyone's sitting down. No one's standing up anymore. Georgie is the one guy where he would pull something out and get the stands on their feet. And you would want that from Kent, but Kent does not do it. And I'll talk about that I've never been so, well, actually I have been. I was so frustrated with him last night because he goes into the game. This is your chance to be not a hero, but kind of a hero from saving us from a.
That's what I was saying. As he came on, I said, be the hero. I literally said, be the hero, Ryan.
Every time he gets the ball, he stands on, he does his little fake shimmy and then just passes it backwards. And even when he did dribble, he kind of dribbled out of bounds. But it's like, you're Ryan Kent. Everyone's seen your YouTube highlight video. Go get the stadium into the game.
Everyone's seen last game. Last game, brother. That one stretch where he decided to dribble, beats 4 dudes, takes it all the way up the field, plays Pedro in for what should have been an easy goal. That's like the one time bro took a real chance that game. It's frustrating. I mean, to me, I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. I can't make sense of it. Is it him? Is it tactical? Because when Kent first got here, all he did was fucking take people on. That's all he did. Look at SKC. Look at Houston. And then he had that like one off game. I think it was Portland, I think, or LAFC, where like kind of nothing was going his way, but that was the whole team, right? And then it's like almost ever since then, that Ryan Kent that opened the year disappeared. And I know I've seen people say like, oh, because St. Louis sucked, Houston sucked. At that moment, St. Louis had one of the best defensive records.
St. Louis was one of the top top of the table teams.
One of the not in the table, but defensively, they had one of the best defensive records in the West. And they sat back almost that entire game. And he was still able to break him down like that. It's honestly like, what do you guys think it is? Do you think it's like a lack of confidence? Do you think it's tactical? I don't know.
I think it's a mix of both. Because I think when it's a
that's where I'm at too, honestly. But
like both sides of it, you can coach that in or out of a player. So I think Schmetzer definitely has some responsibility and is putting something in his head about playing. But also, look at De La Vega, look at Rothrock, our 2 other wingers that play more than him. They try stuff all the time. They are not. De La Vega and Rothrock will pick the ball up at our 18 and dribble 45 yards pretty consistently. But then you're telling me that Ryan
a little less
isn't allowed to?
Yeah, a little less so with Rothrock, but yeah.
But at least also, I just want to point out, Rothrock makes like the runs that I would beg Ryan Kent to make.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that you talked about this in the last stream too. It's really frustrating watching how much Kent just stands on the sideline when it's like, okay, we both know objectively Ryan Kent is more talented than Paul Rothrock. I'm the certified Rothrock lover on this podcast. Kent is better than Rothrock. But Rothrock will at least get in the right spaces and actually take a risk and do what you're supposed to do as a winger. And Kent, which is a player that is known for that throughout his career, has not provided that to us. And it's getting frustrating to watch.
Not only is he more talented, he's way faster. So he can make those runs and get to those spots quicker.
Do you think? Okay, this is something I want to throw out there because me and Brody have talked about it. Do you think maybe part of it too is Kent's just kind of like, hey, if I'm just gonna get like 10, 15 fucking minutes, why the fuck should I care? I don't think at this rate Kent is gonna stay with us next year. If I'm gonna keep it a buck.
100%.
So
I agree.
I think that could be a
I
part
think
of
it'll
it
be
too.
mutual.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
what I'm
doesn't want to be
saying.
here. I think we're like, fuck it, and then we will just let him go too.
I mean, it's been documented. Like there hasn't been concrete proof, but there's been tons of reports saying that attitude issues were a thing in his career, and I think that we've managed it about as bad as you can.
Because
like
you can't.
Said,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Like
100%.
Yeah, he's getting benched way more than I expected him to.
I feel like when Kent came here, though, it was like it's not like he was off the back of an amazing Rangers career going to Fenerbahce, being like, "I'm going to take this league over." Like he came here, like, dude, like I'm starting to fall back in love with the game. I'll do whatever coach wants me to do.
I'm down bad.
Anything you see him in training, he's with the team. He's smiling. He's having fun. Like this is like, do they turn the cameras off and then he's like, "You fucking twats, fuck all of you." Like what are? It's not. I highly doubt that Kent's been like a giant head case since coming here. Like bro doesn't even. He doesn't even talk. Does he even fucking talk to anybody?
Apparently, from what I heard, he's apparently really like to himself type of player.
He said it himself.
Yeah, and not to read too deep in anything, but if you go to any games, he always walks out of the tunnel by himself. Yeah. He never is with the guys. He's always a minute after the rest of the team or a minute before, sipping on his Red Bull, walking out with his socks down, which I'm not going to read too much into that because that can mean a plethora of things, but the stories do kind of match up with what you see.
Yeah.
Which is kind of anti-Sounders, which we talked about when we signed him. That's very anti what the Sounders build on. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like I think the best teams have a couple egos in it. Like that's just a fact. The best teams in the world have some egos.
For sure.
If you can work with those egos, yeah.
Which
case in point, Clint Dempsey.
Yes, exactly. I feel like Schmetzer is kind of struggling to find a way to do that.
Well, think about it. Ego number, like we've had issues with kind of ego the last couple of years since Craig and this Schmetzer-Weibel tandem's happening. Like, let's look at what happened with Nico. Things didn't end well there. Let's think about Raul. Let's think about Nuhu. Like,
can I add something?
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't. Okay.
I was just gonna say, like, players don't want to be here. Players are upset about their game time where things don't make sense. Why are these guys playing? Why are they not playing? When like let's use that example, like Musovski. He was on that absolute tear, scoring 5 goals in 5 straight games, benched. Like I get see. This is my point. Why did Schmetz rotate against LAFC that 1 week midweek, but then you didn't? Like Musovski was on the tear of his fucking life, and he got benched.
Which it's funny because he said that the reason was, like I said, the day thing, but he also was like, we needed to put out a good performance. So I put out the first team in our first game at home. But I was like, I don't know. I just disagree with it. And I mean, clearly it wasn't worth it because the reason that you did that was because we almost had a stinker against SKC and we managed to one up that stinker.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
Just to the point of like, oh, Ryan Kent's the Club World Cup's over, so like maybe he's just not. He doesn't really care anymore.
I feel
like it started before that.
No, I think he played well. In my opinion, I think Kent played well.
I don't think. Listen, I think it gets like the reason I feel like at least part of the reason why it gets kind of a lot of hate from fans is because of how good he looked and how good people know that he is.
Yeah.
To see like him not taking people on, they equate that to like, being a bad player, when in reality it's just Ryan Kent like is a great, at least dribbler, good player, and he's just refusing to be aggressive. But like we saw like the decline in his play before the Club World Cup, and that was this whole thing. Club World Cup, like I'm gonna be here, be aggressive, show what I can do, all this stuff. We saw the passiveness before that, so I don't know if it's like Club World Cup's over. Like now I just couldn't really care less type of thing.
I mean, to be honest though, I think that could be it for a few of the players. Like why we don't have Sparks off the bench. Like I doubt Georgie's motivated anymore to play like he did before because he already showed up in with the minutes he got, he did everything honestly that he could. I mean, yeah, maybe he could have scored, but he didn't really have any chances to. Same thing with Kent. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like the roster build is a little bit on the frustrating side. It doesn't look like we're going to get Noah Ohio.
Yeah, apparently it's some crazy thing, which I still don't know it's true. But apparently they just completely priced him out upwards to like almost 10 million. I feel like how is that believable?
I mean,
he
I don't
just
know about
signed there
10
for $1 million.
I know, but I don't. Maybe they did price this out. Think about it, even if they said 3 or 4, Sounders aren't going to pay that anyway. So either way, I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Which is annoying because J. Ross has talked about in videos where he's like, "Why don't we just have this?" And Will brought it up too. Why don't we just have this shit lined up so then once the window opens, we just get the deal over the line? Why are we doing the negotiations once the window opens?
You see teams right now that have already made agreements and they won't go through until the window opens. Like, it's not against the rules to pre-plan.
Yeah,
when the window opens, you don't be like, oh, now I go look for who I want. Like, you can have this figured out months ago, dude.
Yeah,
and they don't. I don't get it.
It could honestly just be a case of the Sounders like pricing ourselves out. Like, we could be trying, and they're like, okay, we want this. Nope, too much.
I mean,
and then that's why we're still negotiating with players.
Weibel said we're looking at what? Didn't he say like 4 or 5 strikers? One of them being from South America, 4 of them from being from Europe. But then why is Noah Ohio the only guy we've heard about?
I guess that's the only one that's gotten past the here's my offer. No.
Because the thing is, guys, think about it. Whenever Sounders news breaks out, like usually the deals happen. Like there's never any like kind of like bullshit rumors that happen with the Sounders. It's kind of like if there's something actually going on, people will talk about it and people will report about it.
The only time really was their whole Rashford fucking
and
debacle. Does that even really count? No.
No, it doesn't really count. But it was fun while that lasted, though. That was a good time. It was a good day.
Yeah, well, like Brian said, we're out here talking about this, and our talker kid. They're signing Rodrigo to Paul. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
Inter Miami's going out and spending, what is it, like near 16 million on a non-DP, and we're starting Danny Musovski.
I mean, do we want to talk a little bit about Pedro? Because everyone keeps talking about he's like kind of like a topic of discussion right now.
Yeah. I mean, I talked about it last week, but we can talk about it again. I will say this yesterday. I mean, for what it's fucking worth, because against Sporting Kansas City, he was awful, and recently he's been awful. For what it's worth, I didn't think he was awful. You know, he didn't make me want to throw up yesterday, but like I talked about on the last live, and I tweeted about it, like to see just his collapse. I guess you can't say collapse in career because he never really fucking started a career here, but like just the collapse and like watching him the first few games where he was just completely lively himself. It felt like obviously the injury slowed him down, but it felt like he arrived here. His first game was kind of like
exciting.
The LAFC game and the Austin game was kind of like, Pedro, go out there and express yourself, you know, kind of thing. And then slowly we just seen him turn into like a robot, you know, tactically, just kind of like being, you know, playing Brian's tactics how he wants him to play it. Where it felt like at the beginning it was kind of like Pedro kind of just, you know, express yourself, take the game over type of thing. It's just been sad to see the decline in his play and his confidence over the last however long we've had him. And it's probably, in my opinion, at least.
Shout out to Barry,
bro. $20 just to say
F Nuhu.
Crazy, bro.
We could talk about Barry just for the super chat.
This is why Barry's the GOAT, man.
This is why Barry's a goated member. After we talk about Pedro, we can talk about Nuhu a little bit. Brody's actually going to do a video kind of more talking about Nuhu, but we can still talk about it here a little bit. But go on, Brody, about Pedro. And by the way, everyone, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button on the stream right now before you forget. Just easy peasy.
I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, if Pedro, like I was going to say, to me, it's one of the biggest what ifs in Sounders history. It's not like we have a whole lot anyways, but what if Pedro de la Vega just never got hurt? What if he could stay healthy completely? I think he could have been a key piece to this team had he just never gotten hurt. He never was able to really build a rhythm and just keep fitness because of all those injuries.
I think one thing that is, I feel bad about Pedro for that we're going to talk about, because everyone's talking about like, should we sell Pedro, this and that. I think the problem is too, I would be willing to give Pedro another chance. The problem is, because from the 3 DPs, which one's the most realistic for us to let go of? We sadly have like, I don't want to say priced ourselves out, but it's like we can't. Our hand is forced from the 3 DPs. Who could we realistically move on the chessboard? That's Pedro. No, I don't see the Sounders ever selling Jordan Morris. I think he would be the next realistic option to sell. Nobody's going for Rusnak. I can tell you that one for sure.
I will say, I don't think we can hate on Rusnak right now.
No, I'm not hating on Rusnak. Yeah, I'm just saying no team's going to take him as a DP, though.
Oh, absolutely. But I will say he has DP numbers this year. I do want to put it out there. He has played like a DP this year.
Okay, that's not what we're talking about, though.
I know, but I just, I got to cover the bases. Gotta cover the bases.
All because he liked one of our posts. J. Ross, we glazing hard now. But it was worth it.
This is true. Number 5. My bad. Thank you for reminding me, Taco Kid. Number 5. That's what we call him on this channel.
But we can't, for Pedro's sake, you just got to let him go because we can't do anything with the other DPs. And knowing the Sounders with how we are with fucking deals, we have to open up a DP spot, and that means Pedro's going to have to be the one to kick rocks.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get 4-5 million at this point,
that'd be crazy nice.
It's just a Chew situation now. The more you hang on to him, eventually Pedro will be worth.
Speaking of Chew now plays in Portugal now.
Playing
in the Liga NOS.
He didn't go to Boavista. Where'd he go?
I don't know. Just got promoted.
Yeah, just a really low tier team. I will say though, it's still a pretty good move, all things considered.
I'm pretty sure it's to the first tier, is it not? Did they not just get promoted?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's still a lower, very low team in Portugal. Yeah. Talking about number 5, let's talk about it since Barry brought it up. Nuhu. I mean, we already talked about after. It's so crazy. We talked about after Vancouver. We talked about after Botafogo, and we're talking about it again. And this could be the reason why we have these issues with a lot of our players on this team. Nuhu should have already been on like a disciplinary situation. He should have already been on a he should have been on a tight leash, but yet he gets sent off again. And this one was the worst one of the bunch. Like, this is the worst of all of his. All the other stuff he already did was stupid. This is by far the most stupid thing. And now he's suspended for, I think, at least 5 games. He's also fined. Brian said we're going to have an internal talk. Bro, how many internal talks are you going to fucking have with Nuhu, bro? You had one last year with him. You're having another one with him. When the
He probably already had one after Botafogo, too.
No, I don't know, man. But, like, nonetheless, Nuhu shouldn't, in my opinion, shouldn't be playing for months. Unless, like, Reed Baker Whiting or Kalani, whoever fills in that role, just drops an absolute fucking dumpster fire performance. Nuhu should not be seeing the fucking field for a bit. He can be in the 18. He should not be starting. I'm sorry, but.
And even if, I 100% agree. And even if, let's say, Schmetzer thinks that he has a spot in the team, I don't think he should take 5 games off and just be given that starting spot again, right?
Because that's what happened with Vancouver. That's what happened with Vancouver. That happened with Botafogo.
Exactly. And I think he should earn it. Like, I don't think it should just be, okay, Nuhu's still our starter when he gets back. I think that, okay, 5 games from now, blank slate, Nuhu and Reed, the better player plays, because you can't tip the cap towards Nuhu for saying he's an experienced player because he acts more immature than any of the teenagers on our team. Like, he walks over and flips off the ref and throws a ball in the crowd. Like, that's something I don't even know how to make a comparison. That's just stupid. Like, what? You know what I mean?
I mean, who knows with Nuhu? I've been saying I was the fucking bad guy saying 2 years ago we should have sold him. I was the bad guy for saying that. Now, I mean, I think if we could make a feasible fee on Nuhu, I wouldn't be surprised too if Nuhu would want to leave. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wouldn't be surprised if Nuhu's wanted to leave, but I just think the Sounders are too cheap to find a replacement. That's just my spidey senses, what it's telling me. But and this is the big problem with the team. Like, it doesn't stem for just this season. It stems in general. Like, let's use Morris as an example. Like, Morris went like 16, 15 games with 1 goal as a striker. Like, but he wasn't being dropped. Let's look at who are other players like that have had like kind of similar situations.
You know what? One player that we've talked about repeatedly, and it's sad because I liked him when he broke through, but Alex Roldan. I feel like he plays. I will give it SKC. Great goal line clearance. Like, great game. But last night, if you watch the game, both the PKs came from Alex Roldan / Christian Roldan mess ups. On the first PK, it came from Alex Roldan repeating the giveaway he did in the playoffs last year, where he missed a 5-yard pass into the midfield, and Colorado was
Dude,
the other way.
That's the Alex Roldan class, and a lot of times, Brody's favorite word, it went unpunished. Like it happens so often.
Well,
and it gets unpunished.
I'll keep going. On the second goal, Roldan was 15 yards out of position, pushed up the field, got beat by a basic 1-2, and they're in the other way. Both those PKs came from U15 mistakes from Roldan on the right. Yes, there were other mistakes. Obviously, Thomas shouldn't have gone. Obviously, Christian Roldan sloppy in his own box. But no, no one mentioned that online. No one saw that. Just goes unrewarded. And that's the thing where we have Kalani. The little things is what Kalani does good because he knows that he doesn't have his spot guaranteed. He knows
but he got a red.
I know the problem is he fucked himself over with that red card.
He got a red card, so now he's locked away in the doghouse forever. Especially with Golden Boy Alex Roldan at right back. I mean, you fuck up one time, Kalani. I mean, it doesn't matter if you fucking take the ball.
Doesn't matter if you score a back-to-back hat trick.
Create a goal to Paul Rothrock. Doesn't matter.
This is what I want to say too. Okay, Alex Roldan. The thing that he's most known for is his good service from the right. We go through so many aimless crosses in the box. We have no one that wants to get on the end of it when Moskovski's on the field. And when Moskovski tries to head it on goal, it goes like 74 feet wide. So there's no point, right?
Yeah.
And it's like when Kalani plays right back, he actually makes like dynamic runs. He's a powerful runner and goes and breaks the line, like even off the ball, not even on the dribble or even finding the pass, just create space. Where it's like every team in the league knows that the best way to beat us is low-key just give us the ball because everyone just counterattacks us and we just play ourselves to death the whole time. Kalani has 2 goals and 2 assists from right back from just trying stuff, right? And that's what we need. Someone who's just going to try stuff.
And it just shows, again, another topic I brought up. If we just had actual competition in those outside backs positions, maybe things would be different for Nuhu and Alex Roldan.
What would it though? Because we have actual competition. Like we
I know, but I'm saying but I'm saying even more. I'm saying let's say we get a guy that has a few years, a tenure in like
I don't even know. I don't know if it would matter at this point because I mean you've seen firsthand Kalani can play out of his fucking skin and it will not matter. Alex is still gonna be the guy. So let's say we bring in a left back. I guess you could say Nuhu's probably more like benchable because of his recent behavior. Sorry, number 5 is more benchable because of his recent behavior. So I guess bringing in a guy could help. But I would still be worried that let's say, number 5 serves his time. And then he plays 30 minutes.
Time is crazy, bro.
He plays 30 minutes. The game he comes back, puts in an okay shift. What do you think is going to happen? Boom! He's back in the starting line.
Right there. Right on Schmetzer's lap.
Exactly. So even competition on outside back, like, hey man, as soon as Nuhu puts in a half decent shift, starting every game.
I think
this comment is a pretty good move. I think the problem is the Sounders could never get a guy like Tim Bezpachenko to run this team.
Who is Bezpachenko?
He was the one who ran the Crew and made the Crew into who the Crew are. But he also had Wilfred Nance as their head coach.
Good tandem.
Do you think the Sounders, when we were in our prime, we had that 2 guys who we've heard about the disagreements between Lagerwey and Schmetzer, where it was guys that would butt heads a little bit, but for the best, right? And knew how to work with each other. And I think we've kind of seen that we don't have that right now. And that's what I was going to ask you guys beyond that. What result would have to happen this weekend for Schmetzer's seat to get hot through your guys' opinion? And then also through the Sounders front office opinion?
Okay, I'm going to first and foremost say this. Schmetzer's seat is never hot after last season, us being in last place, like in the last place area. Like, I don't know what to say.
I just want to add on to that real quick. He was like the worst of the lows last year.
Yeah. And his seat wasn't hot. Remember the iconic line?
Yeah. He was being interviewed like, hey, you guys are fucking dog shit and it's not getting any better. Like, are you concerned about your job? And he's laughing. He's laughing it off, bro. He's like, all right, next question. Like his seat will never get hot. But I guess for me personally, what it would take is, I think just a loss, honestly.
Like,
and especially if it's
like in Seattle's perspective, like a loss would put fans in a point figuratively of like throwing shit on the field. Like we're talking some Liga MX type beat, like, but it would just be fans booing. But yeah.
Well, it was okay. So it was a combination of obviously the fans were upset with the officiating last night, but when that final whistle blew, it was loud and it was pissed off in the stadium because everyone was sitting the whole second half. Everyone's pissed. That final whistle blew. Everyone was standing up, and it was a straight wave of hate towards the field. Everyone was pissed off. And it was something that we really haven't seen recently in Lumen. There was times last year, but that topped anything I heard. And it was the last 10 minutes of the game. You could feel the frustration in the stadium. Hey, MLS to Man United.
I mean, honestly, it's not a far-fetched thing based off of the situation Man U are in. They're down bad. They need options.
The U.S. job. Schmetz 2026.
That's crazy.
USMNT.
Oklahoma kid saying Brian getting a hometown homer free pass. That's crazy.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry, every homer kid gets a pass. Like it's you have enough proof. You have enough proof in the pudding. Example A, Jordan Morris last year. 14 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Never was considered to be benched. And I know it worked out, but again, like
the huge risk. In any situation, that would never have happened.
It's like I don't want to be that. I hate the dude that pulls out the card of, oh well, it's because he's from here, he's this and that. But like, you don't see it with. I mean, you don't see it with any
other players.
You don't see this level of love for any of the other players. Like this level of like back you until you die type of thing. You know, like I mean, for example, like Musovski was on a 5 goals, 5 games. You know. If Morris was healthy, like he would have been dropped. He would have been dropped.
He would have been dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, Joseph says it best. I also don't want people to think like we're hating on Schmetz. Like
not at all.
Yeah, like we all love the guy, like our grandpas and whatnot. But it's like criticism doesn't mean we hate a guy. Again, I hate that we have to preface this, but like it doesn't mean we hate a guy.
Yeah.
But there is points of discussion to be had. Because when you drop the ball on a 3-goal lead, things have to be
2 games
spoken.
in a row.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's be honest. Pretty much did that 2 games in a row. Because SKC almost scored at the end. Again, if they weren't poo-poo, they probably would have fucking tied that game.
You know what's kind of concerning too? The more I've watched the highlights twice now since watching the game last night.
That's crazy. Twice?
You know what?
I watch it once and I'm good.
Okay, but so. It's not like last night was one of those 3-0 games where it was like we were killing them. We stepped on their 3-goal was dumb. Like we were up 3-0, but the Rapids had chances. And I mean, our Obed goal was what the heck happened. So there wasn't
the
really a reason.
Goal was what the heck happened.
On another day, this could be.
Why are we so complacent?
Colorado.
Yes, exactly. Why are we so complacent? It makes no sense. We were in a lucky spot to even be there in the first place, and then. I mean, that first goal sums it up. Roldan, like the fact that it was Roldan of all people, like lollygagging 8 yards from goal, no idea it was a striker on your back, which, okay, and giving away a pen, and then immediately backing it up with us being caught in transition 90 seconds after getting up a goal. Like this is like U10 soccer stuff. First 5, last 5, first 5 after getting scored on. And it's like, what? Like I don't even know.
I think Vamos Sounders says it best. Again, we're not preaching on to Schmetzer's downfall, but to go to that topic again, since he brings it up, it would have to be Sounders missing the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean,
but let's say Sound. Okay, let's just. It will not happen. Sounders miss playoffs. Does Brian realistically actually get fired? You think?
Knock on wood right now to start that sentence.
I don't think he gets fired.
I don't think he gets fired either, even if that happens. That's the crazy part.
I think it would take. I mean, dude, you've seen how long it took. Who was it? SKC.
Oh, sorry.
SKC to let go of their
Vermees was there. Yeah,
for so long.
I will say too, though, that's a completely. I'll preface it too. Love Schmetzer. Schmetzer has transformed the Sounders in terms of the era that we went through. We're in a different era now. Vermees is 2 levels above that.
Oh yeah, no, I
ran the club. He transformed the MLS as a whole. Like in terms of what he did for Kansas City, the national team there, he did way more for Kansas City and just on the whole scope of evolving the sport, where I can kind of understand why they were so against it, was still the wrong choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not to compare it as like
our head coach, and I love him. He's the GOAT, one of the GOATs in Sounders history of all.
He's one
Sounders
of the GOATs
eras.
in MLS history too.
Exactly. But also, every club in the world knows that their managers run its course. And I'm not saying we need to fire Spencer now, but I'm saying that if this weekend goes bad, if bad stuff happens, there should be a thought put into it. And I don't think the Sounders would put that thought into it, even if we lost 14-0 on Saturday.
14
I don't think, like, dude, I just like not to. I didn't bring that up to compare it just like a even 1-for-1, but just you've seen like how long something like this could take, like how bad you truly have to be. So even if like, let's say we make playoffs, get bounced in the first round the next 2-3 years, I don't think he gets fired.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he gets fired after that. I think if he just at least keeps making the playoffs, I think he'll be our manager until he wants to leave.
Leave the football. It's again, I love using the Batman quote: "Die a hero or see yourself long enough become the villain." I said that about a lot of players, and unfortunately we're in the situation where that was the case. Brian brings up a good point. What about Weibel? What would it take for Weibel to be on the hot seat? I'm going to be honest. I think Weibel's been on the hot seat. Like, I don't think anybody likes him.
Actually, I don't even know if he is anymore, dude.
Oh, there's J. Ross.
Dad. I don't even know if he is anymore because it's literally been miss after miss after miss with Weibel, and he's still.
I know, but I mean in regards to fans, like I just like.
Oh, the fans, yeah, he's been. If the fans had it their way, he would have been gone. Like
post layout chew, you think? Post layout chew declining the $5 million.
I don't know what exact move it would have been. I think maybe at the end of. I don't know.
For me, it was when we signed.
For me personally, I think actually that's about right for me too.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, fair enough. Oklahoma kid said a lot of empty seats even in ECS. Don't they have like his banner up there saying like that seats are not empty or something like that? Like they put up some like sign. I think I saw like we are here.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know.
See, I've never met a single Weibel lover. Well, surprisingly, we bring out those type of beats from people that there are Weibel lovers. Surprisingly, they are out. Exactly, they are out there. Oh God, Weibel is cooking. You have bad.
By the way, can I just say, giving Weibel a credit for something is not the same as being a Weibel lover. Like you can give a credit for a move and be like, okay, you did this here, but you're still overall.
Oh shit. Barry said he's a Weibel lover. Barry, don't fuck with us like that, man.
I know cross that bridge. I know Barry's trolling, bro.
I know he has to be. Oh, it's a political thing. It was because of ICE. We are not all here. Oh, I see now. Okay, never mind. My bad. That's not what I meant by that then. Craig Weibel's burning the kitchen. You just can't hear the fire. Barry's saying Weibel was handcuffed by terrible contracts, but like we're long past that now.
He locked himself in the handcuffs.
I was gonna say before, sure, but now we're like long past that. That was 3 years ago now.
Every DP contract was his own doing. Rusnak re-signed. Pedro, he signed. Jordan Moore's contract incentive. Yeah. He said, he put himself in the handcuffs and said, help me. Like, dude, you put the handcuffs on yourself, bro.
Oh, that's funny. He says actually a lot of Timbers fans are Weibel lovers. He gave
everyone but Sounder fans are Weibel lovers.
Barry's saying, I swear Weibel is doing the best he can with again, I think there's a percentage. I do think a lot of that has to the ownership doesn't help. This is the thing, it's trickling down. Like every little somebody needs to let go of the ego. Like somebody just has to just be like, you know what? I need to do better.
But even this, right? Okay, let's just say, because I actually have made this point on lives before, that if you're not getting the funds, it's hard to make a lot of shit happen. But he's done things outside of that have been fucked up. First of all, Pedro, huge bust. Biggest signing in Seattle history, biggest bust, arguably, in Seattle history. Lao Chu, could have sold him for an easy $4 million, made your money back, and just could have gone right back out and signed somebody else. Waited way too long and made him just a tiny little seasoning in the Ferreira trade. Like stuff like that.
What kind of seasoning are we talking? We're talking sriracha? We're talking some paprika? What are we talking about here? Some only bagel seasoning?
Just the worst seasoning you could think of, man. But
can't forget this one.
He's the only, what's sad? The only move that's kind of maybe been a success, and it's only partly because of recently, is Ferreira. That might actually be his best move. Isn't that sad?
Actually, the best move that he has made recently in terms of our ownership in general is a chick they signed, me official, for Seattle Reign the other day. That's the biggest thing that Hanauer has provided to the team in terms of spending money. Which, no offense there, like no, but it's like they're spending money on that side, but then we're also broke here, which confuses me a little bit. I respect that there's obviously just, if you're going to own both teams, spend money on both sides, but it's kind of like the double standard, how the Reign are getting supported as having a team that is willing to spend so much money, and then the entire league is also clowning on the Sounders for not spending money.
No, Taco Kid's got this spot on.
Yeah, true.
But
I also add this to the list of fuck ups.
Yeah, we sold Arriaga for nothing. Yeah. We sold him for peanuts. Holy shit!
I miss prime Arriaga.
I miss prime Arriaga too. Arriaga 2019 tucked in jersey, pocketing Carlos Vela in his prime.
Honestly, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about it. We'll finish off with Thomas. We've been on for an hour.
Last year, even despite all of like the Open Cup penalties.
And I was, hey, I'm going to put my hands up. I was glazing Thomas, and I don't regret it, but keep going.
Despite the, you know, he saved the penalty in the fucking Open Cup. He's the GOAT. Like, I didn't think he was amazing as well as
cool.
I didn't think he was. Yeah. Exactly. I didn't think he was as good as what everyone thought. I think this year, like the last couple games he's played in, I thought Thomas has looked good, and I thought he made a lot of big saves in yesterday's game too. Like, I think Thomas, honestly, man, like if he keeps up these performances, bro, like I'm cool.
I don't think he's a problem. That's what
I don't think he is a problem. Yeah, I agree. I'm with J. Ross. He's not
up here, but he's not down here. He's just somewhere in the middle where it's like if he were to be our starting keeper and you were to rank MLS goalies, he'd just kind of be one of those guys people forgets on their list.
He's just like what Stephen Cleveland was, in my opinion. I think he's pretty similar to that.
I thought Cleveland was a bit better, not gonna lie. But again, dude, like
we're talking about inches here. We're talking about inches. This is not that deep.
All right, real debate. Let's rank top Sounders backup goalies of all time. Ready,
Brian?
Set, go.
No, Josh Ford.
Josh
Ford, number one.
Ryan Andrew Weber.
Terry Boss.
But the thing is, remember, Josh Ford was like the fastest goalkeeper in FIFA Ultimate Team for a year. I think it was FIFA 15. I don't know if you guys know that.
I do remember that. I do remember that. Those all pace lineups that came out on YouTube.
Yeah.
I will say, if we're talking backup goalie goats, Marcus Hanneman, after his performance last night before pregame, he has to be the goat.
The way he just he didn't do this. He just sipped the thing and it was gone. I was like, bro, he's a magician.
Wow.
He was a magician.
For context, at the game last night, they had Marcus Hanneman go up on the screen and they go, Marcus Hanneman, beer spawns in his hand, instantly deletes it. And we're like, everyone's like, if you know, you know.
Bro, he didn't neck it, man. He just went a couple sips, gone. It's just gone like that. Crazy, bro.
I was
gonna play the match.
I was gonna put up the new kit quickly because people were asking about it. Let's give our quick thoughts.
Discuss it quickly.
Yeah, I will. I'm just trying to pull it up because one of the things I had to do was clearing my cache for the to try to get my shit sorted out on here. So just bear with me. I have to relog back into the Twitter account.
Well, I'll say this real quick.
Okay, go.
I love how the kits looked on the field. I went to the team shop. I was gonna buy
a
jersey.
Okay.
I decided I'm gonna order it online. After last night's performance, I can't get myself to buy it yet.
Yeah.
It actually last night scared me off of buying the kit.
Because I would say it grew on the first leaks that came of it. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And then seeing it actually on the field
looks so good.
I thought it looked really good. And we might be the GOAT. I think if you ranked every MLS team in terms of jersey, we have the greatest collection. I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
When's the last time we've missed on a jersey? It's been a while, bro.
Here, I'll put up the one that actually we posted.
The kit that we have, the third kit, I don't think I'd like it if that was our second kit, or a kit we'd wear. But for a third kit, it's perfect, if that makes sense. I don't know why it works in my brain, but your third kit needs to be something out there crazy and clean. Yeah. And it is that. I was talking the other day yesterday about this, how it's such a cool kit because that's a shirt that you'd wear out in street clothes as an outfit, and that's what a third kit should be. You know what I mean?
No,
I
respect it.
Fuck out of this jersey, bro.
What'd you say?
Like you can style the fuck out of this jersey.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm not one of those guys that does shit like wearing the baggy jeans with like the.
Yeah, no.
I think that's what a third kid is meant to be, though. You know what I mean?
No, it is. I agree. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that.
I'm not either.
I wouldn't either, but I know.
Like we all agree, none of us would do it.
None of us would do it, but trust us, bro. It's good.
We all wear basic $1 t-shirts on the stream. Call it good, but.
I know that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it. The thing is, too, I have to pick up a few of shirts I got names put on, the home and away one. And I was just thinking to go and get the third one since my birthday's this weekend. But I just don't know who I get on the back of it. The thing that I love about this shirt, is the name set. That's my favorite part. I love the name set.
I will say, I agree. I think it looks sick. But in the stadium, I'm assuming on TV as well, you cannot read the numbers. The shadow makes you cannot tell from far away the numbers in the back, which I don't really care. Like I said, third jerseys are supposed to be like, what the heck? And like, they're supposed to be cool, which it is what it is, but you cannot tell what they say. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's the white outline on the blue.
Yeah, it's the white outline. Yeah.
It makes it so hard to read it on the field, but I don't care because it looks so clean.
No, it looks sick. I love the name. And that's why I love Portland's. Like, I'm not saying I would buy it or anything, but I love the name set. I love this name set design on the third kit. I'm not saying it's beautiful. I think I appreciate you, Benji. It's actually on Sunday, my birthday. So maybe we do like a Q&A or something. I was thinking about it deep down inside. I just don't know if I'll have the time for it. But what was the face for, Brody?
Atrocious is crazy.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it's insane. I don't think it's like, because I saw Seattle Sounders reels posted like, is this the greatest trio lineup of Sounders kits? I don't think so.
I could agree with. I would agree it's in the talks.
I think 2014 will never be beat. 2014 it will never be topped.
I think it's a fair take, but I think this definitely gives it a run for its money. Like across all the kits, like all three of our kits are class.
This is my take. Home kit mid, away kit banger, third kit mid. That's my take. But the thing is, I look at
23. Yeah, I think all three are bangers. I gotta be honest with you, man.
Yeah,
I don't think any of them are ugly. I just don't think they're all bangers.
I think the Sailor Sea kid tops all of them. But
if Rothrock gets 2 goal contributions on Saturday, then you should get a Rothrock jersey for your birthday. Fuck no.
By the way, I don't know if you guys saw on the last live. I have a bet. I made a bet.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
With Chad. Yeah, if Rothrock. Oh, shit, I gotta look back and see what the bet was.
I think it's honestly. Like you said, if he gets over like 1 goal contribution in the playoffs,
it was more than one. It was definitely more than one.
That's what I said. Over 1. That's what I'm saying. Over 1.
No, like you guys want to say a crazy reveal for what I got my girlfriend at the last game? Okay. Crazy reveal.
Oh, boo,
boo,
boo.
I had to bring it out. So I knew it was going to piss everyone off.
For me, I was thinking about.
Have you seen it yet or no?
No.
Yeah, I got it put on. Like I had to go get it put on.
Oh, now she doesn't want it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about getting Georgie. It's either really for me, it's between Georgie, Kim. I was maybe thinking I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was maybe thinking Yamar too. I don't have any of his shirts. I just can't do repeats. That's the only thing. That's crazy. Some breakup.
I think this is flip flopped. By the way,
that's crazy.
When you say, for the people that rate Rothrock over Kent, do you mean just genuine player ability? Because if you mean genuine player ability, I don't. What am I missing? Help me.
I'll speak for what I said because I've been the Rothrock lover of this group. I think that Kent's 100% more talented.
I couldn't tell.
Rothrock. Objectively.
100%. I'm close.
I just think right now I understand why Rothrock is playing over Kent. I would just prefer if Kent got chances, right? Like I've said this in the group chat. I've said multiple times that Rothrock should not be a consistent starter in MLS. But with how we are right now, he's earned to be a starter over the other guys. But I would not be bummed out to see the other guys take their spots right back.
See,
I would like to see Kent get a real, like a Rothrock level opportunity to earn a starting spot.
And that's how I feel about Georgie.
10 games in a row of playing 80 minutes to 90 minutes. That's what I mean by that. That is called Rothrock was allowed that time to make his mark to become a consistent starter. Whereas Kent got like, hey, here's a couple starts. Okay, you didn't fucking assist in the game. Cool. You're done. 10 minutes a game. That's crazy to me.
See, I agree with Sam. I would say that for Georgie too. That's just me though. I mean, do you guys want to talk about Georgie quickly, briefly, and we close it off with that? At least,
but real quick, I gotta.
He shushed you.
What guy? What? Sorry, bro. What guy is going to outperform someone? Like, what guy playing 10 minutes will outperform a guy playing 80 minutes? It's never gonna happen. It's like never gonna happen consistently. It might happen in one game, maybe two, but of course Rothrock's form is better. He's playing significantly more.
Oklahoma Kid says, "What is our true star?" We've done so many of these XI videos.
We know what it is now. We know what it is now. Like, well just because I don't agree with it doesn't.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is we
our best or our current. Because I'm saying two different things.
My personal lineup is not like I'm not talking about my own personal. I'm saying we know what the lineup is.
I think it was pretty much last night, right? Mine obviously switching Thomas with Fry and having Nuhu and
Morris.
And Morris for Musovsky, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, one second. I'll just pull it up. Okay, let's do this.
Spencer did say last night in his press conference that he wanted to play the first team. Last night was what he views as our first team.
No, that's crazy. Okay, here we go. So, okay, this is our starting lineup. Switch Fry for Thomas. Switch Bell for Nuhu. Switch Musovsky for Morris. Bam.
Yeah, this will be it every game. I'm at the point in the season now where I can confidently guess the lineup every single game.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not. We thought we were going to rotate last night.
Well,
Brody's words, Kent is banker.
I thought Kent was the banker, man. I thought, okay, rotation Kent, and I honestly,
but the thing, okay,
Pedro wasn't gonna.
But you guys, Brody, you know I've said this before. Actually, maybe I've told Sebastian this often. When Brian rotates, he rotates.
Yeah,
he never does like.
Case in point, that LAFC game. LAFC game was a perfect example.
Let's go.
Bro, he ran it back to back.
Ran it back. The first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
F Nuhu.
Okay, Ben's asking, rotate with who?
See, but I think that we do have guys where in MLS you can throw like Danny Leyva can play 60 minutes. Like Danny Leyva's not an MLS starter, but why is he not subbing in a little bit so Roldan and Vargas aren't?
Is there anybody on the bench that couldn't do that?
Yes, exactly. Like,
well, Brody, the real thing you need to be looking at is any of these guys from Seattle, to be specific.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like it, buddy. So no.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Rothrock and the one dude from Seattle that
Oh yeah, Kalani is on the bench.
Yeah, wait, why did Castro not start? He's from around here.
Yeah, wait.
Thomas in the goal.
Yeah, wait. Thomas is from England.
Is he? I thought he was
okay,
from
realistically, some rotation we could have made. Here you go. We'll just fucking quick fire this shit. You could have probably put Leyva instead of Christian and or Obed. Doesn't matter. You could have probably put Kent or Georgie for, again, vice versa, Ferreira or Rothrock. I think those are two small changes. Again, maybe Kalani for Alex. There you go.
Yeah.
Case in point.
What is the lineup that you want?
This could be this whole discussion.
This could take. That's going to take too long. We're never going to agree with each other. Okay, let's just quickly bang it out. In goal, Fry.
Yep.
Okay. Right back, Kalani.
Yep.
Yamar, Kim.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I would do Reagan.
Yamar and whoever the fuck you want to put next to him. All right.
No, yeah, I stand by Kim. I can't agree with that.
I honestly could be cool. I personally, when they're both healthy, I think I would take Kim.
I think it's 1A, 1B, or 1A, 1B, 1C. I don't care about all three of them. I don't care which two start.
No. To me, it's Yamar and the other. You can figure out whoever's next to him. That's
as long as it's
no. I
prefer
100%. We all can agree.
Or Reagan.
I was gonna. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Just don't put Bell in there. Like if they're all
Bell fuck up. Left back. That's the real question. Who the fuck starts at
left back? Anybody else but 5. Reed, cool. Bell, cool. Not 5. 5 ain't starting for me.
Leo Bernie?
Yeah, Leo Burney's getting in before Nuhu at this point.
I
man.
think I personally am on the Reed for starting 11 bandwagon right now. I would like to see a Reed right now get minutes.
I'm cool with it, man. If it's not number 5, I'm in.
All right,
I'm
fuck
supporting
it.
it.
Let's go.
Okay, the pivot's the pivot. We already know. Now the top, the before the striker.
Yeah.
Let's
The pivot
go,
we know.
Barry.
Bro, did he run him back again?
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Barry.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Barry, man.
Oh
The
my
goat.
God. Everyone drop the
Three-peated.
applaud emoji for Barry, guys.
That's a better. That's up there with the prime Bulls 3-peat, man.
Oh
Honestly.
my God.
Wow. But okay. So the pivot is the pivot. The striker, I mean, I don't know if anyone else has a different opinion than Morris. I think it's Morris. Sean, I know you've been a Masovsky guy, but I'm an Osase de Rosario guy. But listen, Morris.
After that one start against
After those
LAFC.
a couple nice hold up plays, I'm sold. He's my
Okay,
nine in the
okay.
future.
Let's rewind. So we agree with these 3 are agreed on. These don't matter. The 3 midfielders.
Yeah, we're snack
Correct.
also for me.
Before we get
okay,
okay, striker, sure. I mean, at this point, I would personally start Musovski over Morris, but again, I'm not dying on this fucking hill.
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I think it's a terrible
you're
take, but
crazy.
we'll move on.
You're crazy for that, bro. Okay, now on the left, to me, it's I think at this current moment, I think it's what is your game plan type of thing. You want to like go out and try and kill. I'm saying Ryan Kent. I'm grabbing him by his neck and holding him up. Ryan Kent, if you play like a little bitch, you're never getting into the lineup again. And then hopefully after that, he plays like Ryan Kent, and then he's my starter. But if we're sitting back, then I would want Rothrock.
Yeah.
I think that if we had a Sounders home playoff game and we're a 2 seed playing a bottom tier team, Kent should start because we're going to dominate the ball, and Kent needs to play like Kent. But if we have a tighter game or we're in a road playoff game, I'd rather have Rothrock. I think they offer 2 opposite ends of the spectrum, and it just depends on that game.
Yeah.
And also, I think Rothrock has earned to be in consideration, but like, I think I might just be a delusional fan and just keep thinking Kent's really good, and I'm going to keep thinking it forever probably. But if we were in that situation, then I'd have Kent.
Oh, fuck, dude. Vamos Sounders already knew what I was going to say. For me, if you need 2 wingers that are going to change the game and you need shit, like, for example, like when we played PSG, I would start Kent and Georgie, left and right winger. But that's just me. No one's going to agree with me on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right wing. I think for me
Georgie,
also this could be a hot take for me at this current moment. I think Ferreira is not droppable at this moment. I don't think you can drop him at this moment. Even if he's not scoring, he's doing so many things well.
You know, okay,
but at least with Pedro's scuffing every chance he gets, but he's not.
What's the one consistent across the board though? No one's picking Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro. I'm like, it's.
You know what I said? I saw this in the chat. Kind of pander again. He didn't look like himself last night to me defensively either. I thought he was kind of slacking, where there was a lot of times where he was kind of just walking around and Morris was tucking in for him. And it's like, Peppo, if you're not like the hardworking 10 that we all fell in love with, like, dude, that's kind of like
what he's got. That's all he's got at this. His confidence is crushed. His aura is gone. All he has, his aura from his hair is gone. All he's got is that defensive work rate, which, to be fair, against SKC, like, was very, very good.
Okay, one thing I also wanted to say too, we all have Pedro de la Vega jerseys here. We all have Pedro de la Vega jerseys.
I loved Pedro so much. Dude, J-Ross can attest to this. I was literally the last season Austin home game, I was sending him videos of like every Pedro play from his home debut, and I'm like, yep, this.
And we mustn't forget too, I had the clip where I said this year will be Pedro's year.
Bro, we backed this channel, backed Pedro more than anybody, man. We backed him so hard.
I will say, there's proof. There is proof. If Brody starts hating on a player, they will perform better. So maybe Brody finally flipping and hating on Pedro.
The thing is, we're not even. I was gonna say we're not even hating on Pedro. I know. I was gonna say none of us are hating on Pedro. Like, it's just
Paul
like
Rothrock hate comes from a real place of just anger. Pedro is just depressing.
And where does Nuhu hate come from? Barry, though. Barry and Nuhu hate, that comes deep down in the dungeons of depths of his soul.
Barry's the number one hater of
Nuhu hater.
$60 just to say F Nuhu.
3 times.
That's some legendary shit, man.
Is also the other problem is like there's just too like especially now that Ferreira's in the mix of being a winger, we have too many fucking wingers now.
But I will say to this, like we would have tried, man. First year, if he could have stayed healthy, we would have tried. We would have given him minutes after minutes after minutes, starts after starts after starts, but he could never stay healthy. And like I know, like you kind of want to see, is there anything with De La Vega? But at what point are you just doing that and hurting the team? Because right now Ferreira looks far better. Like I don't know if I'm cool with just starting De La Vega just to see if he'll like be good. When I know that Ferreira's at the very least going to give me solid play.
The one thing
that
about
was
like
the
a
comment
Nelson,
that my face was for, by the way, the one you just highlighted, because Valdez scored one crucial goal that was offside.
no, he scored 2. He scored 2, but
Well, he
yeah,
scored
back
2,
back.
but his crucial that SKC goal,
Yeah, it was
was
super far
offside.
offside.
Wait, it was offsides, but
It
it
was
counted.
super
though.
offsides. Super
Yeah.
offsides.
Yeah, it counted.
I
but it
know
shouldn't
they
have.
fucked up. The refs fucked up.
Yeah, so who cares, man?
No,
That's
I know.
true,
No,
that's fair.
no,
Fair point.
like a Nelson Valdez type run, I don't think would save Pedro. Like we're talking, Nelson Valdez run was like 2 crucial playoff games.
What did we pay for Nelson Valdez? Was he? Did he even
he was
cost
a
money?
DP. He was a
Yeah,
DP.
No, I'm
as
saying
well.
like transfer fee wise.
Fuck
what
if
if that-
I know.
Yeah,
was
I
it
don't
free?
know.
Those were the
I
good
feel like it might
times,
have
though.
been free,
No,
low-key.
I don't know about free. We definitely paid something for him.
It's not anything more
It's
than
not
a
a
couple
lot.
million.
No, it's not. It wasn't a lot. He's
Pedro's
not-
7.5 million or whatever he came
Yeah,
here from.
Pedro's
for.
fucking bad.
I don't like, even as bad as it is, I think there's a player in him. I think he's just so crushed by injuries,
No, he is.
confidence, system. Like, I think if he didn't end up here and ended up somewhere else that could utilize him better.
Yeah, how many
I
goals
think
does Pedro
things
have
could
in
be
his
different.
Sounders career?
3.
What, we're paying like $3.5 million per goal right now, somewhere in there.
That's
Something.
crazy.
Nashville goal, the Antigua goals. I think he had 3 in those games.
Oh yeah, he did.
Well,
He had
4.
he had 3. Yeah, so he's like 4 goals.
And the penalty kick goal against the LAFC. So like
Yeah,
what,
so
5
4.
career goals.
Oh no, 3. Yeah, and then he has 1. Yeah, and he has 1 against Nashville. So yeah, 4 or 5. And
Yeah,
it's
he
funny
did.
because I don't know if you guys saw my story on my personal account. This guy named Winton, he actually worked at Arena Sports. He made a bet with me over the PSG Chelsea game. We actually made a bet last year too. It's so funny. He was like, we were making a bet. He's like, oh, he was like saying, I think Pedro's going to get a 10 goal, 10 assist season. I said, there's no way that's happening. And we made a bet, like if he did, like $20. And then I that's what sparked the bet for the Chelsea PSG game. Cause I think he wanted payback. I said, bro, dude, we're still season 2 and he's still not even close to that 10 goal, 10 assist season.
Dude, no way.
Oh, that's crazy.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Dude, Barry, that's insane, bro.
This is legendary stuff. This is unprecedented.
Dude, Barry, 20, 40, 60. Dude, we literally just made
Do you think
100.
do you think he makes it 100?
Dude, 100 is crazy.
Do you think he makes it 100 on F News? I don't want to instigate here, but that would be insane, man.
Barry, bro, that's insane.
That is
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
What can you say other than just you can't even speak. You just gotta witness greatness happen before your very eyes. Honestly.
Barry is Reed Baker Whiting's burner account. It's funny because I can't confirm. Reed has 100% watched the videos. I'm not gonna explain why, but I know because he's spoken to me about it.
Oh, well, yeah, he's Barry.
It's Barry. Yeah, you're right.
Reed Barry Whiting.
Reed Barry Whiting. Waiting for a new who go when he's back. I don't know, man.
Who has spiraled.
New who has spiraled. Very fucking insane behavior. I think that's where we should end it. I know Brody wants the hundo from Barry, but I think we have to end it. I don't want Barry to do another.
Dude, it's already legendary.
Yeah, it's already iconic. Yeah, but guys, let us know. This is going to turn into a video, so let us know in the comments as well if you're watching this as a video. I know it's an hour and a half long. You probably might be listening on your way to work, maybe before you go to sleep. Yeah, You guys let me know your guys' thoughts on everything we talked about in this live stream in the comments down below. If you guys are here right now, make sure to smash the like button on it. Let's get like over like 30 likes on this. Few videos coming out that Brody's going to be working on. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And then boys and girls, I hope you'll have a lovely day.